Namaste. Greetings to all of you. Very good morning to all of you. We'll go into Sutra number 8 under the subtopic Principle of Transcendence. This is the last sutra in this subtopic. The teacher says, maintain your inner peace, continue with your work, act accordingly and steadily. Looks like there's no strategy given here, but this is the strategy. Before you handle a crisis situation, before you work with people who have a tendency to manipulate or create uh, scheming actions against somebody, you have to follow the sutra. The secret is maintain your inner peace. The question is, how do I know I'm internally peaceful? By observing your body. When you observe your body, when you're irritable, upset, or angry, your breathing changes. You may have a slight headache. If you move your neck to your right and left, you will feel it's not very smooth. Right now, my neck is really relaxed. Right, I could feel like it's well oiled right now. But when you're irritable, upset, or angry, this does not happen. Your shoulders will feel stiff. Your shoulder blades will have some amount of pain. Lower back will have some pain. I'm giving you some signs uh, which will tell you your mind is irritable or upset, not at peace. So in this case, what you do, in this case, you focus on fixing your situation first. Your system is not peaceful. So your priority is to get into the state of inner peace first. After that, you maintain that inner peace, the teacher says. How do you attain inner peace? How do you maintain the inner peace? These techniques are taught in Grandmaster Shavakaksuri's Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul program. If you're not aware of this program yet, I would suggest you try to ask questions. Um, you know, I said the sutra says, maintain your inner peace. So the secret is to know how to get into inner peace. After that, maintain the inner peace, right? That is a strategy. Then he says, continue with your work. Act accordingly and steadily. In other words, do not get diverted by the shouting, the emotional trigger that was thrown at you by people. Do not fall for that, right? You focus on what is the most important thing. Where we may get distracted, like for example, sometimes when people are talking about handling situations, instead of focusing on how to handle the situation, they may get entangled with the choice of words and the tone of the voice of the person who's trying to talk or give a solution. What does it mean? When people are trying to talk to you, if they are raising the tone or if they are emotionally trying to entangle you by provoking you or saying not very good things about you, do not get entangled, because the moment you get entangled, you will lose your inner peace. Focus on your work. What is the most important thing? Let him say anything he wants or she wants. Do not get attached to what they say, what kind of tone they use. When you're internally peaceful, you will not get distracted here. After that, you continue with what you're doing. In other words, focus on what is important, not not focus on the scheming and manipulative techniques, which will suck you into the whirlpool that they are wanting you to get in, and they will beat you there. Because if you get into the zone of their person's strength where they are emotionally wanting you to get entangled, wow, you're not in your terrain. Are you getting what I'm saying? Even the crocodile, when it comes out of the water, the dogs can even attack and kill it. But when it is in the water, and when it is in its zone, wow, it is very powerful. So if you get entangled with people, They can be nasty. In their nasty zone, they can beat you upside down. So the idea is the teacher says, forget about what they're trying to do. The tone of voice, the choice of words does not matter. Focus on what you're doing. Do not get distracted from that, right? Then you act accordingly. Do not tell them, don't talk like that. You don't raise your tone to that tone, meaning you are getting entangled. That is exactly what they're trying to make you do, so that they can beat you in their strength zone, right? They used to turmoil and whirlpools in the astral body. They will beat you there. So the teacher says, continue with your work, act accordingly and steadily. This will be a healing solution. Think about this. This will give you a great tip for an amazing day. Namaste.